Call them to the front line, y'all. Call them to the front line. Call them to the front line, because we got people talking about reproof. They talk about they reproving us, right? They want to reprove, do it biblically then. Do it biblically. All you saying what we're saying is not Elohim. You saying what we said was not Elohim. You said it wasn't Elohim's righteousness. You said it wasn't his word. You said Elohim was never in it. Guess what? Bring your accusations against Elohim to the light then. Don't hide in the dark and the shadows. Don't be a part of the don't hide behind the peanut gallery. Bring your reproof, your so-called reproof, do it biblically then. The righteous are not afraid to be exposed. So since you think if you righteous, if you are really righteous, if you really for the Most High, if you really for Messiah, bring your accusations against what Elohim has said. Come on to the light. Come to the light. Oh, as Messiah said in John, and John said, the righteous are not afraid to be exposed. So come to the light. You're saying it's not Elohim? Come to the light with that accusation then. I ain't saying you got to put your face and your name out there. Come on out here to the light. Do it biblically. Do it biblically then. Come out in the light and stop hiding in the lurking in the shadow in the darkness. Come to the light. Come out here. You put your testimony out here. You serve Elohim. You do what Elohim said. You be a follower of Elohim. Come on out to the light. Your spirits of unrighteousness, your spirits of uncleanness. Oh, let Messiah speak for you. Let Elohim speak for you. Let Elohim show that you got washed feet then. Come on out of the light. Come on out into the light. Don't hide in the darkness. Come out, be brave. Come out, be strong and courageous. Like Yehoshua, come on out. Come on out. Come on out. Since y'all keep talking about reproof, you keep talking about your team coming against your team and your team this and why would you do it? And my team there and Elohim wasn't ever in it and I'm reproving and you need to accept risk reproof and Elohim was never in it and this was never supposed to be this. Do it righteously then. Do it biblically. Since you're supposed to be a servant of the Most High, come on out into the light and do that. Come on out into the light and let Elohim, because the righteous is not afraid for Elohim to judge them. The righteous is not afraid for their works to be seen. You come bring your works to the light. Don't hide behind your peanut gallery. Don't hide behind your so-called teams. Don't hide behind exalting your team above Elohim. We tired of those people who are trying to exalt all of that stuff above the word of Elohim, above Elohim. Elohim is not, Messiah said, don't concede to the sin. You want to talk about, oh, you're being mean in our feelings, and how could you do that to a team, let it go to the past? Obviously, you're not letting go of the past. Bring your stuff, bring those accusations against you, saying since it's not the word of Elohim, since it's not the righteousness of Elohim, since Elohim was never in it, bring your stuff to the light. Bring your testimony to the light. Bring it to the light. You was talking about Elohim, do it biblically then. Do it biblically then and go into the light. Don't sit here and lurking in the shadows and talking with the peanut gallery and talking about you trying to reprove people, trying to spiritually oppress people, trying to spiritually overthrow people, trying to spiritually go against the mind and captivity. Oh, you saying Elohim's judgment is false. You saying Elohim was lying about who does not have washed feet. Who is not out here serving him, who's not out here feeding out moldy food, who's not out here feeding out righteous. You want to try to prove that, oh, it's them that's walking in pride, it's them that's walking in arrogance, it's them, you saying it's us, it's us, it's us. You keep trying to twist our words. You keep trying to do that. You keep trying to say it's us. Oh, say you with us. It's you who's worshiping the idols and the devil and this and that. It's you who, oh, you're coming with. What you're doing is violent against us. Oh, you're being violent. Oh, you're spreading hate. You're spreading hate. You're spreading hate. Since you want to keep saying those accusations in your peanut gallery and constantly talking about your team and not talking about Elohim and how Elohim feels are his considerations, are his righteous judgment. Bring your stuff to the light then. Bring your stuff to the light. Bring your testimony to the light. Bring the Kodesh witnesses to the light. Bring the word of Elohim to the light. In fullness, in context, in totality. Bring it to the light then. Bring it to the light. Don't hide behind the peanut gallery. Bring it to the light. Because reproof does not happen in the shadows like that. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Reproof doesn't happen in Elohim does not operate like that. You talking about you reproving and you're not even a part of assembly and you got people gathered who don't even believe together in Elohim. Elohim said people don't got washed feet and you're saying, okay, what we saying that ain't true. Elohim said the witches is going to die and you like, oh, that ain't true. Elohim said you exalting yourselves and your team and you still out of your mouth just talked about how your team this, your team this, your team this. Oh, but what Elohim said wasn't true though. Oh, you keep trying to exalt yourselves above Elohim and about yourselves. Give honor to yourselves. Go after what you yourselves want. People want careers now, trying to create music careers even in their old age. I'm not saying there's something wrong with that, but you want to exalt that. Going around here talking about, oh, how we were trying to help you and do this and do that. But Elohim showed what was in your heart is that you were trying to build yourself up. And you still keep adding to that in your own mouth, talking about my team, my team, my team. Well, at what point will it be about Elohim? At what point will it be about the righteousness of Elohim? So bring your stuff to the light then. Bring your stuff to the light. All you who are claiming wives that ain't your wife, bring that stuff to the light. All you who are claiming husbands that's not yours. You talking about, oh, the husband that Elohim said is not our husband. I mean, that is our husband, isn't our husband. Okay, bring your accusations against Elohim to the light then. Say it to his face in the light. Say it before the peanut gallery in the light. Oh, you want to be like bring the false witnesses against Oshana? Bring it to the light. Bring it to the light. They didn't do that stuff in the darkness. They didn't do that stuff in behind the scenes in the peanut gallery. They brought that to the light. They brought that to the open. Let Elohim declare. We have already said it many a time. Let Elohim be the judge, and Elohim, you judge. So guess what? And you talk about you're reproof. You're talking about, oh, you reproving me? You're reproving us. You're saying, oh, we are walking in the way of righteousness. The things that we are seeing that Elohim has given us, oh, that's not true. Okay, bring your testimonies to the light. Bring the biblical order that you're following to the light. Bring the biblical testimonies, witness, and references in full and context that you're following and doing of Elohim. Bring it to the light. Bring it to the light. Bring it to the light. You want to keep talking about what we coming against. I don't know who would keep these people like you keep coming against me and my wife. We're not coming against no man and his wife. You know who keep trying to come against me and my husband? That Elohim said, bring your biblical order to the light. He even keeps using his witnesses about how people try to keep certain things separate. From the beginning, they didn't want it to be the way that Elohim said it is. Elohim said it is a certain way. And you want to keep trying to come against that. Bring your ways. It said, the righteous that is not afraid for their works to be seen. Bring those works that you keep trying to do against me and my family, those works that you keep trying to do against the order of Elohim. Bring it to the light. Bring it to the light. Don't hide your witchcraft. Don't hide it. Don't hide it behind the shadows and behind your team and your peanut gallery. You claiming to be friends and best friends of these people. Oh, you claiming to be on the team. You claiming to be brothers. You claiming to be best friends. But you ain't. Where are you exalting what Elohim wants in my life, my family's life, my husband's life, the community's life? Where are you exalting what Elohim desires? Bring your works of Elohim since you said Elohim is not in what we're doing in our works, bring your works of Elohim to the light. And then for the other people that you don't understand what people are going through, bring your accusations against what Elohim is saying, since you claim that Elohim is in it. Bring your works to the light. Bring your thoughts to the light. Bring your thoughts to the light. Bring what's in your heart to the light. Bring what's on your mind to the light. Bring what's on what you're saying against or to or about Elohim or about that to the light. If you are serving Elohim, serving the Most High, not afraid to be brought forth to the light, not afraid to put your testimony out there, not afraid to be overcome by your testimony in the blood of the Lamb, bring it to the light. Oh, love does cover a multitude of sin, but Messiah said Kate could see nothing to the sin. You don't sit by and watch the evil swallow up the good. He said it's too much badness to be exposed for me always to just sit here and praise the good. We know the good is good, but are you going to allow evil to persist? Or are you going to allow, because it says the righteous doesn't sin? Are we going to allow just righteousness to reign? Are you going to just continue sinning and say, oh, that's falling short of the glory? Nobody's perfect. Are you going to continue to use that as your standard? Or are you going to use Messiah's? When are you going to use Messiah's word as your standard? When are you going to use it as he says the word? Don't concede to sin. Don't let the evil swallow up the good. Don't just continue to allow evil to persist. We're not, and in your things, oh, you talk about evil because evil. It's not evil to call out the evil. It shed light on the darkness because that's what Elohim does. Expose it. There are so many times that some people who are the aloof ones don't even know what sin is. If you're not asking Abba what sin and what's transgressing and not going to the word and not knowing him, not understanding him, and don't take offense when he tells us. If he tells you, why did you doubt? Or you don't know this, or you need to study, or you need to do this, or you need to do that, when he's letting us know certain things, that's not for us to it's for our benefit. Bring the works to the light. Bring your act. You saying this, oh, this is false, this ain't right, you not doing. Bring your stuff to the light, because those who serve Elohim are not afraid of the light. They're not afraid of the light. They're not afraid of their works to be exposed. You're not afraid to be naked before Elohim. You're not afraid for your thoughts, because he sees and he knows it anyway. So bring those thoughts that you had against us, against our family, against other people, against those who serve in Elohim. Bring your stuff to the light. Come on, bring it to the light. You want to keep talking about your teens? You want to keep talking about, oh, husband and wife, who we're not even talking about and we're not focusing on and not even giving attention to, because that's not our purpose to do that. Not our purpose to do that. And you want to lie against Elohim. Elohim said he blended two together as one in Ruach. And you want to lie. You want to say that that's a lie, right? So bring that to the light. Bring it to the light. You keep saying what Elohim said is a lie. Bring it to the light. Bring it to the light. And bring your Kodesh witnesses against Elohim's word, against Elohim's witnesses, against the proof. Bring it to the light. Because the two that are involved know the proof. Know what Elohim's been saying. Know the visions and the dreams and all those things that he's given. Know the continual work of the Ruach that's continued to be done. Know the words that have been spoken and written and brought forth. Know the word of Messiah and the Father and the Ruach that have come forth. So bring your accusations, since you claim that blending of the Ruach is a lie. bring it to the light. You claim the seed of Elohim is a lie, bring that to the light. Come on, bring your accusations against the word. And bring your witnesses of the word right along with it. Come on, bring it. Bring it to the light. Bring it to the light. Go ahead and prove. You say it's wrong. Elohim didn't say that. Bring it to the light. Bring it to the light. Let him judge whether or not he said it or not. In the light. Don't do it behind the shadows in the peanut gallery. Bring it to the light. Come on, before the peanut gallery. Since they want to chit chatter anyway, come on before the peanut gallery. Come on in the light. Come on, bring them works to the light. Come on, bring your thoughts to the light. Come on, bring on what's on your heart to the light. Bring that testimony to the light. Bring it to the light and let Elohim judge. Let's see. Because he already told you. He already told me. He already told them. He already told us. Guess what? Bring it to the light. The people of Elohim are not cowards. Strong and courageous. Be brave. Don't got nothing to hide. Let it be exposed. All is naked before Elohim. Come on to the light. Come to the light. Come to the light. All is naked before him. Come on, bring it to the light. Bring that to the light. Bring it. You say it's not, oh, that ain't of Elohim. Can't be of Elohim. That's not the mind of Elohim. No, on the flip side, we're saying that. You're not about to twist nothing. Don't bring those uncleanness. Don't bring those lies against Elohim. Don't bring the lies against Elohim's word. Bring that other stuff. Bring what you saying. Bring it to the light. Peanut gallery. Bring it to the light. Oh, no, you can't judge us. You can't be judging. You keep condemning. Oh, da, da, da. Bring your witnesses. Since you, okay, bring your works to the light and your thoughts to the light. What's on your heart to the light. And your testimony to the light. And your Kodesh witnesses from Elohim with Elohim and of Elohim's word and Elohim's truth to the light. Oh, you talking about reproof. Reproof is done in a righteous way. Biblical reproof. Elohim's reproof. The word of reproof is not done in the shadows. If you are of accusation, you accusing me. You accusing me, and you trying to accuse me on other people's behalf, and you trying to accuse with a team, and you trying to accuse with a group of people, and you trying to accuse with a community of people, there is a biblical order. 1, 2, 3, and then a whole assembly of Elohim. If you with Elohim, that's what you bring. Bring your accusation to the light of the truth. Of the truth. Of the truth. Because you lying and then darkening the shadows. Come on and prove. Because just like they mumbled and grumbled against Aaron, Aharon, and Moshe, and they were told, you're not grumbling against us. You're grumbling against Elohim. So you saying Elohim is not going to do what he said he going to do. You saying Elohim didn't do what he said he did. You don't believe it. Okay, bring that stuff to the light then. Bring your unbelief and your works to the light. Bring it to the light. Bring your so-called reproving us. Your so-called reproof of us, bring it to the light. Bring it to the light. Bring it to the light. Because that's what's supposed to be done. Works of those who are for Elohim and serve him. It says, the word says, are not afraid of their works to be seen. Not afraid to be naked before Elohim. Not afraid. All is naked before him. For your thoughts and your hearts and the intentions of your heart and all of that stuff to be brought forth to the light. Not afraid of the testimony to go forth because you overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of your witness. Not afraid of saying, you know what, Elohim spoke this and it's in his word and confirmed over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And he keeps confirming it not only through his written word and his spoken word, but his host of witnesses. His Kodeshim, the witnesses even of the Shaman. And he keeps confirming it over and over and over. So guess what? You don't have, I'm not telling you you have to believe Elohim. He already he showed us as he shows and discerns all things. But guess what? If you're going to continue to try to come against what Elohim has spoken, then bring your works, your thoughts, and your actions to the light. To the light. If you claim that Elohim is even connecting you with something or somebody else or a group of people or a team of people, bring that to the light then. Say that in the light before Elohim's eyes and before the whole congregation. Before the whole assembly. Do it in biblical order then. Since if you think you are, if you saying Elohim is like, I chose this person for this assignment or for this or that, or selected them, and you're like, no, I'm on this team, and this is my team, and this is my family, and these are my people, and these are my spouses, and all of that. Bring your thoughts, bring all of that to the light then. Since you think you selected all of that stuff over Elohim, and maybe you trying to, and maybe you are doing selection above Elohim, but you saying, oh, what he has said to us isn't true. So bring all of your stuff to the light then. Don't hide it in the darkness. Don't hide it in the darkness. The children of Elohim don't do that. When Elohim says we are part of his army, we are part of his army. We're his children, we're his children. We are one in bride, or this is the spouse that Elohim has given us. These are the children that he's given us. We are not going to go against what he said. Now, if you saying what he's saying about all of those connections, relations, all of that kind of stuff, assignments and ministries of what he's saying to us that we have shared is not true, bring your stuff to the light then. Bring your so-called reproof against us, against what Elohim has said to us, and against what Elohim is saying. Because you're like, it ain't Elohim. Well, bring your stuff to the light then. Bring it to the light. Bring it to the light. It's not because I said, we already talked about we don't need names. We don't need, what's it called, Father? Your face don't have to be put out there. Bring all of that stuff you talking. All that so-called reproof that you're talking, bring it to the light then. Why have you been lurking in the shadows, hiding, cowering, and all of that kind of stuff? Bring it to the light. When he's done things in biblical order, when he told us we needed to have 2 to 3 witnesses, and we've had 2 to 3 witnesses, even of correspondence, bring your stuff to the light. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it to the light. You saying this and that is not right, bring it to the light then. Bring it to the light. Because Elohim doesn't support evil swallowing up good. Elohim does not support unrighteousness. Elohim does not support sin. Elohim does not support that. Elohim does not support just allowing evil to conquer the good. Elohim doesn't support us conceding to sin and evil and wickedness. He doesn't support us just like not calling and shedding light. He said, Messiah himself said there is still too much badness. It's too much badness to be exposed. To be exposed. To be exposed. Too much badness to be exposed. For me to continue to give praise to the good. So bring what you're talking about, your so-called reproof, bring it to the light. Bring it to the light. Bring it to the light. Because when Yahuah blends two ruach, together, when Elohim blends two ruach together, he has, there's Kodesh. When he brings the ruach together, there is Kodesh. Elohim has witness of everything he does. 2, 2, 3. Everything. And Kodesh witness of everything Elohim does. Everything Elohim does. You want to talk about we don't walk in love? Guess what? Elohim again has Kodesh witness. What you're saying is a lie. All your assaults against us, all the attacks against us, all the insults against us are a lie. But guess what we want? Guess what we are inviting you to do? If you therefore call yourself righteous, if you therefore call yourself a servant of Elohim or a servant of the Most High, if you therefore have these accusations against us, these, what's the word too, Father, alts against us, there is a biblical order and a righteousness of how you handle all of that stuff. So bring your stuff to light. Your so-called reproof, bring it to the light. Do it in biblical order. If you are righteous and you have been saved and you are of Messiah and you have the Ruach and you are walking in his love, and not only his love, his perfect love, bring it to the light and handle it the way that Elohim handles it and says to handle it, and do it and operates. Come on and bring it the way that Elohim said to bring it. And I don't mean I mean that do it in the way Elohim said to do it. Sending witchcraft is not Elohim. Doing spiritual attacks on people is not Elohim. Spiritual war, that's not, Elohim is of the Ruach. He is spirit, but he is Ruach HaKodesh, set apart, spirit of truth. His truth never lies. He never lies and he never changes. So, if these so-called peanut gallery people want to keep talking about their teens and their marriage and husband going against this and going against men, bring your stuff to the light. Handle it biblically, how it says to handle it. If you are of Elohim, if you are a child of Elohim, a servant of Elohim, a righteous one of Elohim, not forsaken of Elohim, then do it how Elohim says to do it. Do it how Elohim says to do it. That's why we mean when we say bring it. Do it how Elohim says to do it. Do it how Elohim says to do it. We're serious. Because, people are supposed to be, naked before Elohim and unashamed. Put your testimony out there when he gives you to do that. Put that testimony out there. Not causing no shame. You want to sit here and, bring your so-called reproof to the light. So the whole peanut gallery that you've been sitting here telling these lies to, you've been talking in the shadows to the peanut gallery. You've been trying to get people on your side in the shadows. You've been sitting here still doing witchcraft, and you wondering why Elohim said the people doing witchcraft are going to die. But then you want to tell us, we're not being of Elohim because we said people are going to die. Oh, you're being too harsh. Oh, but the righteous understand what's going on. And it's not strange to them because of the times we're in and because of what Elohim is doing and how he's moving. But since you have declared what Elohim has said to us as unrighteous and not of Elohim, then bring your thoughts and accusations to the light. Let's see, let Elohim judge. Is it of Hasatan just being an accuser of the brother? Or do you know Elohim? Are you with Elohim? Are you serving Elohim? Are you loving Elohim? Are you of the love of Elohim? Are you perpetuating, or what did he say, false humility in different other things? Are you perpetuating, no, they're being too harsh, they're being evil, they're being wrong, they're not justified in justice, They're not justified in the wrath of Elohim. They're not justified in righteous indignation. They're not justified in that rightful anger. They're not justified. All of that's wrong. All of that's unrighteous. All of that behavior is not right and befitting for a child of Elohim. Okay, so bring it to the light. Before the eyes of Elohim. Don't just say it to the peanut gallery. Don't just say it in the shadows. Don't just say it to the peanut gallery. Don't just say it to the shadows. Don't just try to reprove through your team. Don't just try to prove to the people who you want to be on your side, or the people who you thought were on your side, or the people who you thought were your spouses, people who you thought was your best friend, the people who you thought was your brother, your bro, your sis, the people who you thought. Oh, well, you betrayed people. You betrayed your whole family. You betrayed. What did Messiah say? Who is my brother and my mother and my sister, but those who do the desire of Elohim in the Shamayim. I don't disregard and dislike and dislove the people as a stuff, but I don't like sin. I don't like the evil, blatant evil. Witchcraft is blatant evil, and you continue to do that. And you want to talk about reproof, but you want to be in the shadow and not operating biblically, and not addressing it biblically. And not coming in the righteousness, in the order, in the way of Elohim, but you want to call yourself reproving somebody through the peanut gallery, through your team, through the agreements that you made. Not Elohim's agreements, not Elohim's word, not Elohim's way, but through your way. So bring that stuff to the light. What's there to hide? What do you have to hide? Children of Elohim are not afraid for their works to be seen. They're not afraid to be naked before Elohim. They're not afraid to bring it to light. They're not afraid of the testimony. Bring it to the light. Do it the way Elohim does it. Do it the way Elohim does it. Not the way Satan does it. Don't lurk in the shadows. Don't speak to the peanut gallery. Don't do it the way of the peanut gallery. Don't do it the way of the broad way in the world. Don't do it that way. Do it the way Elohim does it. Now, who you serving? Somebody said to us, oh, which dogs are you feeding? Okay. Are you doing it Elohim's way? Bring yourself and your accusations and your reproof and your thoughts and all of that kind of stuff. I don't care if you were from an organization. I don't care if you was affiliation with the president. I don't care if you're affiliated with Mafia, Mob, or any of those things. I don't care if you're affiliated with entertainment. I don't care if you're affiliated with nonprofits. I don't care if you're affiliated with ethnic groups. It doesn't matter. I don't care. It doesn't. Elohim is not a respecter of persons. If you are male or female, if you don't like what we have to say or not, if you don't agree with the word or not, this isn't for people who do not agree with the word, and this isn't for people who don't want to go into the depths of Elohim, and this isn't for people who this channel is not for them anyway. And we've already said that. They're not invited and they're not welcome, and we don't have to invite and welcome everybody. Because just like if I was celebrating Asian heritage and that's what we were doing, Asian heritage is not African heritage, is not Latin heritage. We specifically said the people who want to be in the depth and know the walk and walk it in a narrow way and have certain positions as serving Elohim. That's who we are talking to. We have to have had to address the wickedness and the evil because evil cannot persist. And yes, we will come ferociously against that and cut that stuff with the sword. And we don't have to be kind towards evil. We don't have to placate evil. We don't have to speak kindly towards evil. Nor do we have to speak kindly about evil. When it comes out how it comes out with a Kodesh fire towards the evil, then that's what it is. If you don't agree with it and you don't like it and it's not in alignment with what you believe is righteous, then go where Elohim sends you. We said we don't drag people. We are not forcing people to be around here and listen and partake and eat. We didn't ask for the company of those who don't believe Elohim. Not in this space and not on this channel. We didn't ask for the company who don't believe the word in its totality. We didn't ask for the company of those who have doubts and fears against Elohim in the sense of what he says is true. And I'm not saying that there's not things that he has to grow in people and mature in people, but we're not asking for that. Elohim has no darkness in him at all. And we're not going to pretend and play around. We don't play around with it. We're not playing. Having fun and being childlike and playful with our Father is not sitting out here trying to play with foolishness and evil. Going and serving and going and doing whatever our Father instructs is not playing around with foolishness and evil. People thinking that they can get over on Elohim and steal from Elohim and steal from the storehouses of Elohim. You never get over on him, and you will never get over on his people. You will never get over on us. Never. You will never be able to take and steal from the people and steal from us and steal from the children of Elohim and think that our Father is not going to ensure that he keeps his word of never forsaking us. You're not getting over on Elohim. You will never be able, no matter how much you try, you will never, no one, the adversary, opposition will never be able to exalt, not in truth, not in actuality, not in things being orchestrated in daily life and living in the world and creation and movement and flow in the spirit or in Ruach. Will there ever be anything or any way or any moment where Elohim is not going to be exalted and edified from the beginning to the end, from the start to the finish, from the first to the last, from the present to the past to the future? No matter what order, past, present, or future, he's the same. And nothing will ever be able to exalt itself over him. Just as you, doesn't matter how much the Tower of Babel you build, it's always going to be destroyed. And the unrighteous will always fall. The opposition will always, the traps, there's no bait for Elohim. There's no traps for Elohim because every trap of the adversary, he falls into his own ditch. He falls into his own snares, and those that dig a pit fall into their own ditch. Yahuah is righteous. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. We don't have to say that and trying to convince anybody. It's what it is. He is what it is. Not your way, not your town, not the ways of man. Elohim is who he is. And he is what it is. And his word is what it is. And it's not changing. So again, you have a problem with that, a problem with anything. Bring your testimonies, bring your works, bring your things to the light. Children of Elohim are not afraid of the light, nor are they afraid to be exposed by the light or works to be exposed. The light is a good place. There's no need for us to fear the light. Darkness can't comprehend the light. There's no fear in Elohim whatsoever. There's no darkness in him whatsoever. He is not evil. Though he designs and he creates and he makes the balance of weights and scales, and he is justice and ensures justice and vengeance and righteous right ruling and lawfulness. He is not evil. And there's no darkness in him at all. So we don't have to concede to act like there should be any darkness, any evil, because it's none in him at all. We don't have to act like we should allow cancer and cancers and darkness and unclean things to persist where they're not supposed to be. Cut it off. That right eye, the moment it springs up, we have a right to cut it off. The moment these lies come forth, we have a right to cut it off and condemn them to being wrong. The moment anything comes against what Elohim said, because Elohim is truth, we have a right to snatch those lies out of here, to cut those lives off. The lies, cut them off right away. Slice it right in half, slice right through it. Bring the sword. We have the right to do that. I didn't say that you need to or don't need to. We are not speaking on behalf of you. And you are not going to think or be able to or think that you can speak on behalf of us. You cannot. You don't speak on behalf of me or my family or my children or my spouse or any of that. And you don't have a right to. You don't have no power, no authority, no dominion to. It will never be given to you. Never. Never be given to you. It's not yours and you can't take it. What is of Elohim and belongs to him and what he has assigned, positioned, and placed, anointed, appointed, chosen, elected, selected, spoken, put his approval and his seal on. No one, just like he says, no one is going to snatch me out of his hands. You are not going to ever be able to speak on behalf of me or against me. Anything that Elohim says, it is not going to stand. It will be cut off at the root, dissipated, destroyed, and not only against me, but also against my family and all of his children and his household. His rule and his reign and his home and kingdom that he's established. I'm not saying it again. You don't have to agree with it and you don't have to like it. I'm not saying this for your approval and for your likes. I'm not saying this for you to agree with me, for you to validate it. We're not looking for Hassatan's validation. I'm not saying for you. I'm saying for that pride or any of that stuff. We're speaking against the evil one. Or the evil ones, or the seed of evil, or the lies, or the accusations, or the enmity with Elohim. That we are not in support of it, and we will not concede to it, and we will not agree with it. We reject all of that garbage. And for the children of Elohim, for anybody, again, who has anything, Bring your testimonies to the light. Bring your thoughts in your heart. Bring your works to the light. That's why we said, oh, for somebody who, the people who think they can reprove, do it biblically. Do it biblically. Oh, we're still gonna, we're still gonna stand on what Elohim has said. But that doesn't, you are a child of Elohim, you have a right to do things biblically. You don't want to do things biblically, then we're, of course, definitely not even going to give any consideration then. Not consideration. Talking about reproof it in the shadows, reproof them to the peanut gallery, reproof it to those who said, the Messiah that said don't got wash feet, reproof it to those Messiah is trying to protect you from, reproof it to who? Reproof it to those who continue and persist in oppressing his people, and he trying to get you away from that? Reproof it to who? The ones that want to keep you from the assignment he's giving you? Reproof it to who? The ones who pretended to be your best friend and stuff have been against the plans that Elohim has for you for a while, or since day one, or for a whole time. Reproofing the show, proving to whole those who are afraid of, oh, I don't want to be left out or left behind. And it's just like reproving to those who got offended about the assignment ain't just assignment. You should be understanding, knowing, and focus on, okay, take your assignment. Reproving to who? The ones who don't understand the different positions and places. Oh, why are you talking about stuff that Elohim's giving us to talk about? Are you a mouthpiece? Are you a hand? Are you a foot? Reproving to who? Somebody that doesn't understand, doesn't get it, doesn't want to intentionally? Are you reproving to? Just like when they like, who are you speaking to? Don't speak to the opposition, don't speak to the enemy, don't speak to the swine, don't speak to the Jezebels. Okay, but yeah, we speak to the righteous. We speak to the ones who want to understand. We speak to the ones who want to go into depth. We speak to the ones who want to or do know Elohim. Genuine. And the ones he tells us to warn. It might be a blip message, but the context of the meat that he's giving us to share isn't for them. The warnings might be for them, for whatever purpose he has. But no, we're not doing this to appease for somebody to approve of it, of it, but for the purpose that Elohim has created it for. The purpose that Elohim has allowed it for, the purpose that Elohim is moving on it for, the purpose that Elohim is a part of it for. All of that mindset, that's not ours. All of that, you think you're going to steal stuff. You're not stealing nothing. The devil can't steal and can't take from Messiah, nor can he take from Elohim, nor can he take from the Ruach, and he certainly can't take from the children of Elohim, the inheritors. You can't take nothing that doesn't belong to you. He said, you are not going to snatch anything out of my hands. That is the word that says that about what belongs to him. So do you think that I'm going to care and worry and fret about any devil, any opposition in that regard? No. You can't take what belongs to Elohim. You can't take what belongs to Elohim. Your lies, your manipulations, your distortions, perversions, confusions, trying to flip the word. Like when we just said that, if you try to flip that word and be like, well, you fell for that. No. You stop trying to give credit to the devil for what Elohim is doing. Well, now see, you're moving on the message of Elohim's doing. If he doesn't want something to come forth, oh, he knows how to absolutely stop it. He knows how to stop us. He knows how to block. People think mankind thinks they know something about debanking and blacklisting somebody. I don't know. Elohim knows how to hold off on the resources, pause it, hide it, sit it, wait it, make you wait. Allow you to have something to be like, don't touch that, and keep you from touching it. As long as he wants, as long as he has a purpose for it. He knows how to make his children to be obedient. He knows how to give good gifts. He knows how to orchestrate all things and work everything for the good. The devil won't get credit for the good work of Elohim. The devil and people and mankind and stuff are not going to get credit for what Elohim has done. I mean, from my mouth in that regard. He's the one that made it good. He's the one that's working. He's the one that's going. He's the one with ordering steps. I'm not giving you the credit for what belongs to him. The praise that belongs to him, the exaltation that belongs to him. I know it's because of him. It wasn't because of you. What was behind it was Abba allowing and orchestrating and moving and being righteous and being good and fulfilling his own word by his own might and his own power and his own righteousness. It wasn't because of, even the adversary has to go and he had to get permission. Everything bows before Elohim. I don't care if you don't believe that he exists. Everything bows before him. I don't care if you don't agree with that, because that doesn't stop it from being true. Is why I'm saying I don't care. It doesn't stop Elohim. If Elohim is true, he's true. I don't even have to ask you the question whether or not you believe he's true, if you believe the Baals are true. No. Elohim is true. And he proves his truth. It's not like he has to prove it or he's trying to prove it all the time, but it just is. His goodness is working out for good because he's good and he knows how to make it good. Everything is being orchestrated and working, and he balances the weights and scales and harmony and all of these things because he knows how to oversee all of eternity. No man can do that. Why would I give credit to man? The devil can't do it. Why would I give credit to him for that? He doesn't have that power and authority. Those little stupid things that he does, manipulations in the seed behind the where we go, it's still, even in that, he doesn't have any ability without Elohim. No permission without Elohim. Neither do you as a human being or as a person or as even somebody who dared to think you're going to be some kind of opposition. That's why it is a joke. It's stupid to think that you will ever be able to exceed Elohim. You cannot. You're never going to be able to exceed him. Not in my life. Not in my family. Not in my marriage. Not with my children. Not with his people, his tribe, his calling, his purposes, his plans, his bride. Bride. Not with his righteousness and his way. Not with the reproof of Elohim. He reproves you, not the other way around. Not with his reproof. Elohim trumps what other people want to call their team, their team, their team. His army, his word, his righteousness, his way. He doesn't lie. He's not going to sit here and continue to give word and vision and witness and Kodashim and Kodashah. He never will make himself a liar. Do you think I'm going to hold out off of what you're saying over what he's saying? He can't. He doesn't make himself a liar. He can't be a liar. So when he opened up the Shamayim and he had the witness and he says, I witness to this union, you think that I am going to allow what you are saying, your ignorant words, to supersede the witness of Elohim? I will not. It will not. What you think and say and say will never supersede Elohim. Never. No spell will ever supersede him. No curse. No words spoken will ever supersede him. He is life. He is the word. He is the truth. He is. In establishing all things, and nothing will overthrow him. That's why we are sitting here saying, yes, we laugh with him when he's laughing at the stupidity of the things that happen upon the earth. Because there's nothing that is greater than him and cannot be. It cannot be. Again, I'm not saying that as asking you to believe me or agree with me. It is. I don't need you to validate whether or not that is. I don't need anybody. What Elohim says, it is. What Elohim envisions, it is. What Elohim desires, it is. What Elohim has planned and purposed, it is. His hope and his future, it is. Nothing you try is going to prevent Elohim. He is. That's why I said it is stupid to try to oppose Elohim. It's stupid to be at enmity with him. It's stupid to go against him. Everything outside of him is nothing. It's worthless. It is vanity. It is futile. It is wasteful. Wicked and slothful servant. It is insignificant. Yes, he creates things and everything has a purpose, even the vessel of dishonor, even the chaff that is set for destruction. Burn, chaff, burn, it is set for destruction. But it is stupid. There's ignorance and there's stupidity in the spirit of ignorance. He said, the land of Nod, nothingness. Because without him there is no life. There's nothing. There's no light. There's no life. It's dumb, it's stupid, it's ignorant to oppose life. And that which is life is the substance and the evidence and the presence of life and the bringing forth of life, the manifestation of life. It's himself. To oppose life is death, and it's stupid. You don't have to agree or like my word choice. Elohim himself calls his children stiff-necked and all of that stuff stupid in those instances. That's why he has to bring them back. Those moments where they are as sheep and have not yet been raised up to shepherds. Nonetheless, anything that thinks that it can oppose him, that's why hardened. What? And even the idea to, even this conception as a believer, again, this part is for believers. As a believer, the conception, the idea of Hasatan to say, there's even a battle, there's even a winning or losing, there's even a defeating. You can never defeat Elohim. That's stupid. You'll never be able to overthrow him. Things that will never be done. Nothing is impossible for Elohim, but he will never be a liar. He will never cheat. He will never have darkness in him. He will never be evil. He will never be bad. Like, he will never lose. He will never die. He will never be empty and void and futile and nothingness. He will never lose. He will never be wrong. He will never be unrighteous. He will never be forsaken nor forsake himself. He will never oppose himself like this. He's not going to fail. His word will never, as it says, his word will never, never, never return void. There's no argument. And when we talk about the word can defend itself, because it is. There's no argument. It is. It cannot be voided. It cannot be destroyed. Otherwise, life would not exist. We're rejecting at the stupidity of Hasatan. The stupidity of Hasatan to come and be like, Elohim's not in this. Elohim's not in life. That's why you don't have life. That seed of Satan, those accusations of Satan, those kinds of thoughts of Satan is why sons of disobedience, the workers of witchcraft, die. Why they choose death? Because they count themselves unrighteous. They are judged already. And they hold no value, as the word says. We find the value in Messiah and a value in John. In Messiah and a value in Elohim. They hold no value to what actually has value. Their value is in death. They loved the world. Lost their soul, loved the world. All who hate me love death. They love death. Why would you love death? Ghouls and Halloween and all of these things. Love death, love horror, love death over life. Love the darkness. He also says that. They love the darkness. They love death. They love to hide in the shadows. They love to be with the peanut gallery in the shadow. They love to operate like Satan. As Satan. Seed of Satan. They really hating. Hating Messiah. All who hate me. That's what he said. They hate him. And they will hate his children too. The world has hated me. The world has hated me. And he will hate you too. All who hate me love death. Who said that? Messiah. Who also said that? The Ruach of wisdom, the Ruach of Elohim. All who hate me love death. That's why he called them stupid. Vultures. Oh no, you are your seed. You are the seed of your dad, your father. If you believe Moshe, you believe Messiah. That rich man loved death. He loved the darkness. He didn't ask for life. He didn't ask for be saved. He didn't ask to humble himself. He didn't ask for his mind to not be hard and his heart not to be hard. He didn't ask to get rid of the arrogance and the pompousness and all of that. He didn't ask to be separated from Messiah. He asked for a drop of water. Oh, I could sustain off the water myself. I don't need the living water, the eternal waters. The water of life. He didn't count himself. He judged himself that he didn't even need the water of life. Oh, all he needed was a drop and he'd be good. Just bring me a drop. Or send a dead one to my relatives and they'll believe. Come give me a drop. Not, hey, forgive me, let me be saved. Let me repent for going against you, for thinking that you and denying that you are the Almighty One, and that you are the only way to life. You are life. Let me reject all of that and just say, hey, bring me a drop of water. No, 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 no. That's not for us. Anyway, yeah, bring it to the light. Your people that you don't call us to be cowards. I'm not justifying, that's the whole point, not to justify good, not to justify evil, but also not to, as Messiah talked about the false humility, or to act like Elohim is not this weakling. And I'm not saying that's why he gives gifts. Oh, there are people with great gifts of compassion, but there's also seasons. Seasons. And I don't have to, the gifts and calling of Elohim is without repentance. I don't have to diminish the sting of sin and evil for evil. You want me to be kind to evil? No, I don't have to do that. I don't have to be kind about what is evil either. I don't have to talk to, oh, this little bubble of evil. Let me soothe you and hold you in my hands and coddle you. I don't have to do that. I can talk to the evil with the power and authority that's been given to me to do so. I'm directing that rebuke to the evil. And I have a right to do that. I have a right to do that. You don't have to agree, you don't have to like it, and you don't have to partake. You are righteously supposed to be a guard over your own spiritual walk, in your own walk with Elohim, the Messiah, and the Ruach. You are not supposed to just adopt and adapt to what other people say. You are supposed to judge righteously and rightly divide. So I rebuke all of that garbage from Hasatan. I rebuke it. I'm not in agreement. So again, yes, I'm not in agreement with it. I don't agree with it. And I don't have to, and I'm not going to. I don't have to, and I'm not going to. I'm not agreeing to evil. I'm not agreeing to the lies. I'm not agreeing to unrighteousness. I'm not in agreement with the wickedness. I'm not in agreement with the wickedness. I'm not in agreement with the lies. We expose the things, handle it biblically, bring it forth, and rightly to divide, so that what was misunderstood, what was taken out of context, what wasn't elaborated on, what we didn't. If I was in a classroom and the teacher gave a math problem, and there's a part of this that I didn't understand, it is on me if I continue to go forward like I don't understand, or if I'm reading a text, and I don't understand a word, and I keep going forward, skipping over that word without going and getting the understanding of that. That is on me. That's on me. That is on me. So I don't sit here and accept the shenanigans, the lies, and the nonsense. I am not connected with other people. Again, there's these people who keep trying to take credit for our intellect. They're liars. Now, wisdom that we have is a gift from Elohim. It doesn't belong to you. It never has belonged to you. We've always had this wisdom, and the Father has only increased us. So stop sitting here trying to lie to people. Stop trying to lie. And say that the wisdom that we've shared with you over time or shared with you belongs to you, because it doesn't. Stop saying the wisdom that Elohim gave us is yours, because it's not. Stop sitting here and lying about the ruach of wisdom that dwells with us, that's not with you, that you want but don't have. That you keep trying to lie to people and lie to your team and trying to tell them, trying to cover your butt and cover your tracks from where you truly got the insight from. Where you truly got wisdom and understanding from. It didn't come from you. It came from Elohim. And Elohim blessed us with that. It's not that you can't have that, but if you don't accept Elohim, these ones who keep opposing us, if you don't accept Elohim, that's why you don't get access to the wisdom. Stop lying. Stop lying and trying to claim the gifts of Elohim that He has given us as your own. Stop lying. You keep lying. That's why I was like, you don't get credit for the things that He taught us about biblical citizenship that we've known in advance and aforetime. You don't get credit for any of that stuff. The understanding that He gave us way before we even met you in person. You don't get credit for any of that. Stop lying. Stop lying and telling your team, your so-called team and yourself and your friends that you add an intellectual. That's what somebody said to me. Well, what intellectual property did you give me that I would have from you? If we didn't really, why are you trying to scheme and plan? Why did you try to hide from the righteous witness that we had to be privy to that conversation? Why are you trying to do spells and all of this other book, all of this other crap on the back end if that were not true? And I did not give permission for unrighteousness. We did not give permission for the things we did not give permission to. Sometimes we might have shared something with someone and said, "Hey, you could imagine what this could look like if this was on a bigger scale, or if this was in communities, or if people had this mindset, or if people believe this, or if people partake this." That is completely different. Just like if we're posting something on here, right? We're sharing what is flowing from us, from the Ruach, and from the Father. We're sharing it. Are we giving permission for people to download and to take and to reutilize and to extract and to post and repost our stuff in other places or put it on their own things? No, we're not. We're not giving permission for that. When it asks us, do we want to allow people to do that? When we say no, that means anything that goes without that. Are we asking people to, do we want to buy subscribers or anything like that? We are not saying that we want to do that. They're asking people to collaborate or ask us questions about MLM, multi-level marketing, or any other schemes or plans. Is, we don't know. We're saying no. We don't want to partake with that. No, we don't want to contribute with that. No, we don't want to collaborate on things that are not in alignment with the scripture. No, we're not giving you permission to take or to utilize or trade and sell or buy and have our things without our permission. It's like if you bought from a certain company, are they asking you and giving you permission to repackage it and resell it? If they say this is not to be sold, you can buy even food products like that come in a multi-pack and it says this isn't to be sold, for you to split it up and then resell it. When someone asks you, hey, do you want to buy the t-shirt and you want to buy the service for you to utilize? Or you want to buy this music, not so then you repackage the music as your own music? Or you want to utilize this video, not so you repackage it as your own video? That's not what people are saying, oh, I give you permission to do. And at times they're put it in the details. When they talk about the copyright things on here with people's music, oh, did you use my song or use this and that? No, we didn't. I used my song. I used what I created. I use a worship set, or I use worship music, or I use instrumentals, or I use a mix that I put together. Or if at times in the past when we first started, if it was an instrumental, a worship instrumental, I didn't use your stuff. This is what I used. Just like when you give an account, you're not giving me permission to, and I'm not giving you permission to do that. When I give credit to, oh, this is what Elohim told us, this is what we talked about 3 months ago, or whenever, or a week ago, or days ago, and look, Here's another person talking about the same thing. Another Ruach reveal talking about the same thing. Here's the link to their page. Here's a clip of what they had to say. Here's the name of the person. Here's the credit to the person. I'm not claiming their stuff. I'm not claiming them and claiming their words and claiming their titles and claiming their ideas. Claiming the work and the efforts that they put in. That's their work. That's their efforts. That's their name. That's their titles. That's their titles. You want to operate, if you want to operate as a thief, as a Hasatan, talk about you, the people talk, that the individuals that keep talking about intellectual property, you don't have our intellectual property. You're not going to have it. Anybody, again, who thinks they can steal from Elohim, because you try to take from a child of Elohim, you're stealing from Elohim. You have already judged yourself, condemned yourself, and will be. Doesn't it say don't steal? That's a part of the 10 words. The 10 commandments. One of the top 10. Don't steal. So it's like you talking about, we didn't give permission for that. People can be inspired and things like that. And you can say you're your inspiration. We saw these videos and it was just like, okay, you're making music, your artistry, give credit to that. But are you giving credit to the inspiration of where that came from, the ethnic group? That's what gets on my, that was what was kind of getting on my nerves. Because of your algorithms, you want to pump up people who are doing these creative songs or certain things of a certain ethnic background when it originated from other ethnic backgrounds, and you got a lot of them on here where you are putting them on the low end when they play around with those algorithms and trying to promote the people that they want to promote, or these people is, well, we was on top at this time, or we were doing this and we were doing that. Is it really a fair and equal opportunity? I'm not for that. For that shenanigans of, oh, well, if I do this, or 7 subscribers, or oh, tricking this and this and that, and they're like, they're saying that. That's what people were wondering. Are you tricking out and this and that because of, how do you only have this many subscribers and your stuff is always at the top? Well, because they don't always. You can see the amount of impressions or you can see views for a day, but sometimes people do lie. Sometimes platforms, not sometimes, a lot of times, lie. You'll times have the numbers and stuff not truly reflect the amount of people who have viewed or seen. It's like when you watch something on replay, you might see the clicks of somebody liking it. It might be scrolling it up, and it might jump 5 likes in a second and different things like that. Do you think that that stuff is always accurate to the amount of people viewing and watching and liking it? Do you think that sometimes that likes or things are not removed? I've seen I've seen some of my own things where there had likes, or there supposedly had a comment, or there had a number of impressions, and now when I went back and looked at it, it wasn't there anymore. Or vice versa, it was there and then it wasn't there and then it was the next second. So it's just like, I'm not just believing only what the natural says. I believe what Elohim says. Those things aren't the importance as far as when it comes to sharing a word of Elohim. The important thing is who, the purpose that he has for it, and who's supposed to reach and for what reasons. At the same time, again, it just keeps you mindful and keeps you judging righteously and on guard for evil. What is evil and what is good? And rightly dividing it and not giving essentially your compassion to what is evil. Give compassion. Messiah would move compassion for the people and the people that were lost or sick and all of that kind of stuff in need of a shepherd. He didn't give compassion to evil. And at times it's like people are asking for the compassion to what is evil rather than compassion to what is sincere, to compassion to a heart that is open to Elohim, to a spirit or a soul that is open to Elohim. And I don't know if some people don't realize they're asking for the compassion on the sin or asking for compassion towards evil rather than compassion towards, well, the soul or the heart. Oh, my feelings are hurt. And even when the Father disciplines and reprimands. If the Father gives you the rod, spare the rod, spoil the child. If He gives you the rod, does the rod feel good? Correction is grievous, but in the end it produces a peaceable fruit of righteousness. And it might be sting. Messiah said, you come near me, you come with me, and near me, you're going to get burned. You're going to get the cold as fire. You're going to get refined. Paraphrasing that verse, it's in the Nazarene. We already put it up there. But He refines. That's why He said men will strive more for gold than they will for brass, garbage, righteousness, the true living water. Why did He say to the people who came on the other side after He traveled from Khalil and over the body of water? Why did you seek me? In John, what was that, chapter 7? Why did you seek me? Not because you ate, I gave you physical bread, but because you were satisfied. You ate and you were satisfied. You ate and you didn't. You go to a restaurant or you go to a place and you go and it's all hype. All these people that hyped it up, it doesn't have the flavor, it doesn't have the quality, it doesn't have the taste, it doesn't have the texture, it doesn't have the soul. No soul, no substance to it. And it's not satisfying. And you still feel hungry and not satisfied or satiated afterwards or anything like that. Wasn't filling. It's like chasing the world and losing your soul. It's like being a trillionaire and empty inside. It's like being that rich man and burning in Gehenna. It's like being like Judas. It's like so many different examples in the scripture of what not to be. Or it's like Pharaoh and other people knowing Elohim and acknowledging it was Elohim, even the one who gave back Sarah to Abraham. But didn't ask the plagues stop. Somebody said that to me. A sister said that to me about but did they start worshiping Elohim once they knew the true Elohim? The situation between Eliyahu, and the prophets of Baal. Did they start bowing down and worshiping Elohim after He proved Himself to be Elohim through the fire, through the works and signs and wonders, and the miracle right before their eyes? People of Israel, but did the other people? Did they all start to then worship? There were times where it said that where the whole kingdom would turn, even when Nebuchadnezzar was sent out as a beast, because then he started to not be in servitude. You are in this position by Elohim to do the desire of Elohim, not to do the desire of the world or mankind. Anyway, I'm not gonna go on to another thing, but and Yah is Yah, and Yah is righteous, and Yah is good. And I just thank you, Father, for your way and your purpose and your plans. I thank you for what you're doing every single day. I thank you that you are the judge righteously. And even if somebody needs that for the comfort of their own heart, if they need the comfort of your Ruach, that is what you are, the great comforter is there for. I'm not saying we're not supposed to come for people. I'm not saying there's not moments and situations where you say the strong bear the infirmities of the weak. This is we're cutting down evil in this season. I'm cutting obviously Elohim is having me cut down evil in this season. And been having me cut it down. And not accepting that. And cutting and not showing no mercy towards the people who keep doing witchcraft. The people who keep trying to control minds. The people who trying to come against my mind or try to send their spirits of pride. This is I want to prove this that you're doing this and that. No. You're not gonna come against my mind. You're not gonna try to say, oh, we're telling lies. Bring your stuff to the light. As we said, bring your stuff to the light. You want to keep trying to, on the back end, trying to say you trying to reprove me and say I'm saying lies. Bring your stuff to the light. I'm going to continue to resist your lies against me, your assaults against me, your evil against me. I will continue to resist Satan. I'm going to continue to resist it because that's not what Elohim has said and it's not his word. And it's not what he's saying and it's not how he's moving and it's not what he's doing. And it's not what he has approved of. Even when it comes to, and I am walking in love by doing all of this. And that's why I don't need your validation. The person who keeps opposing and trying to come against me and trying to control my opinion of what Elohim is saying, no. I believe Elohim. I don't believe you. And I'm not agreeing with you. Just like he told us there are certain people he's saving who are right now walking contrary to him and been walking contrary to him and been a son of disobedience, and he's saving them and pulling them out of that darkness, pulling them out of from following the world's way, pulling them around from around the circle of influence that is not following Elohim. We believe Elohim and we know that he's going to do that. We know that he is doing that and he's been doing it. We know that in their heart of hearts and in their soul, they know what Elohim has placed in them. We know what he has revealed to us. He already revealed to them. So guess what? We know that there are those who are walking in righteousness or will walk in righteousness, but we know there are those who Elohim said will die. We know there are those who are deliberately trying to keep those oppressions of Satan going, and we're not in agreement with you. We're going to resist you and continually resist you. I'm not going to give you room. I'm not giving room for the devil. I'm not giving room for your evil. And I don't care how much you want to feel good about it or want me to ease up on it. I'm not giving room for the devil. You want to be eased up on it, go somewhere else. I'm not giving no space and no place to evil. It's blatantly evil. It's blatantly unrighteous. Yahuah said they know it. Yahuah has warned them over and over again, and they want to continue to be like, well, that was a lie. No, you know what the scripture said is not a lie. So I am not. You want to attack the mind. You want to attack, like I said, the Father is the one who's revealed, and we don't care what you're trying to manipulate and say, oh, well, you have people to. No, Elohim, yes, speaks to his children. You want to try to turn around Elohim's goodness for evil? I'm not with you on that. You want to sit here and say whatever, like this, and and I have speaking in this way. It's not to blame these people, but like again, where I'm speaking against the evil itself. When I say you, like I'm speaking against that evil. I'm not accepting it, and I'm not conceding to it, and I'm not condoning it. And I'm not going to be in agreement with it. It's lies against Elohim. It's lies against his word. It's lies against his visions. It's lies against his purposes and plans. It's lies against his present and his future. And I'm not going to accept it. I'm not going to condone it, concede to it, believe it, agree with it. None of that. It's not righteous. Witchcraft is not righteous. Sending spells financially, otherwise, against the mind, trying to control, trying to have a stronghold over the mind, like literally trying to be a force from the outside opposing you, trying to literally almost like trying to control somebody's mood, trying to force them to do. No, I'm not accepting it. Not accepting it. Not accepting it. Elohim does not give any person permission to try to control somebody else's mind. That is sin. And we know what the word says. And this is where I don't care how much you try to believe on your end or you say I'm trying to believe on my end. The word is witness. The word is witness that that is unrighteous, that that is of Satan, that that is evil, that that is not how Elohim operates. That when Messiah said, I do what I see my Father do, that you will never and have never, and it has never been witnessed and recorded, 2 or 3 of Elohim doing that to his people or to his children and operating like that. He has not done it. And I'm not doing that to other people. So these people who keep lying, when we told you, Elohim said you have made an ungodly agreement with a group of these people you keep talking about on your team. These people you keep talking about are a part of your community and your maybe so-called family. You need to go check with them. Check with what spells, check with what agreements, check who you are connected to. We already told this person and these particular people that we are not in agreement with them. And we have not given them permission. We only have agreement with Elohim. We only have agreement with those who have been approved by Elohim. We are not in agreement with these other people, with these communities, or any of that stuff. It's not righteous. I don't care if you don't understand information and details and you want information. Again, you're not coming in a godly way. You're not coming in a biblical way. You're not coming in a righteous way. You're not coming in an honorable way. We, again, don't have nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. Why these people, you don't need to go through witchcraft to try to get information. You could directly have communication in the natural realm. Choosing to do wickedness, that's a choice. That's a choice to go against Elohim. That's a choice to go against the word. That's a choice to do divination. That's a choice to rebel against the spirit, the Ruach of Elohim. That is a choice. And we do not need to listen to you. We're not in agreement with you. We're not following you. We're not listening to you. We're not listening to you. That's not. Elohim does not contradict his word. He cannot be a liar. He cannot be a liar. Elohim cannot contradict his word. He said we don't live by bread alone, but the word that proceeds from his mouth. But the word that proceeds from his mouth, he's the same. It doesn't contradict. The words he gave Moses, the words that Messiah spoke, that's why he said, even in the Nazarene, they said, which way should we follow? The way of John or the Moshe of you, or even Mosiah? He's like, follow either or both. They're there. The way of John and the way of him is the same. The way of the wilderness and his way is the same. But also, they are akin, they are alike. And then he said also of Moses, if you believe Moses, don't think that I would accuse you to the Father. Moses will accuse you. Even of that, what was from the beginning to the end is the same. We are not. That's where you're able to rightly divide the truth. By the word. He witnesses of himself and he witnessed of himself. And we are not accepting. We're not accepting the lies against Elohim, against his word, against his Ruach, against his son, against the Ruach, against Elohim. That any kind of confusion, any kind of lie, any kind of manipulation I would try to say, That's why we said the word is a witness. The word is a witness. So when you bring your accusation and your so-called, what's it called, Father? Rebuke to the light, the word is a witness. The word is the witness. One of the many witnesses. He is the first witness and the highest witness. He doesn't contradict his voice, but he also does not contradict his written word. And so we are not in agreement with the lies that come against that. That's why we reject them. That's why we rejecting the individuals who he's turned away from. Like we're turning away when he told us to turn away. Or when they're sitting here talking about you're lying. And we're like, this is what the word says. So we believe Elohim over you. We are rejecting the evil. Evil that the word is here for us to check. To check. You don't have to we're not relying on our own understanding. You don't need to rely on our own understanding in our own way. The word is right here. The word is near us, and the Ruach of Elohim, the Messiah, and Elohim himself are here, right here, never going nowhere. But his written word is also right here to confirm him, to confirm Elohim. So we will not agree with you over what his word says. We don't agree with you over what his word says. We rebuke all that lie and that nonsense. Anyway, that's why we were saying before, let them bring their works. They want to rebuke and stuff. Bring your works, bring the word, bring the Kodesh witness, bring all of that. Do it biblically. Because we do have a hunger and thirst for righteousness. And they shall be filled, as the word says. We are filled, but also in his truth. We have a desire for Elohim because he's true, and to know his truth, and to seek his truth, and to have his truth. And we pray that you do too. You should. You shouldn't want to walk around with a lie. You should want to walk around with the truth of Elohim. You should not want to walk around believing a lie as a believer, especially as a believer. You should want to be walking around with the truth of Elohim. Anyway, yeah. May you give your people comfort in the ways they need it. May they get the messages that they need from where they need it, where they get filled, where they need to get filled directly from you. You don't need a middleman. Messiah is a mediator, but even Messiah said we can come directly to you, that we can be assured and affirmed in why you are the greatest and why you are the source and why it's like, yeah, people want to give honor where honor is due. At the same time, give the greatest honor to you. And that we would even be content and rejoicing that you are getting esteemed and honored. Just like Messiah said, not even esteemed and honored about the rewards, but that our names are in the books of life. That our name is written in the Lamb's book of life, more so than, the demons are subject to us. Not the things that the adversary would want to try to exalt by ego and all of this other stuff, but exalting you. Exalting you. Exalting you. Anyway, now I just thank you, Father. Lift up your word, and I thank you for silencing those people that don't know you in their ignorance. Now I keep talking about, you don't know what you're doing. Some of these people who are what? Not following Elohim. And Elohim is telling them what is truly righteous, what his perfect desire is, or what his way is. And they need to know what the truth is. No matter how it's going to make them feel, no matter how it's going to shift and shake up their life. You can continue to choose to walk around willfully ignorant, but you still are going to be judged on Judgment Day, whether you chose to walk around willfully ignorant, whether you chose to come into alignment and agreement with the way of Elohim, or whether you chose to continue to live in your choice versus Elohim's choice. Don't sit here and make us try to feel pity for you because you want to choose not having the truth because you don't want to be responsible for the consequences and the responsibility of the truth. You are responsible whether you accept the truth or not. If you continue to accept a lie, you will be responsible for it. If you accept the truth, you're responsible for it. Either way, you are responsible and accountable spiritually. And as far as life is concerned, and life and death is concerned, you are accountable. We all are. So these other people that want to talk about, you want to feel blame, you want to try to blame and want to be like, oh my goodness, but just let this slide. Why don't you let it slide so that people can not feel convicted for the truth? Not feel convicted for knowing what is truly righteous and what is not. You want me to allow you to not feel convicted for righteousness? You want me to allow you to let sin slide and unrighteousness slide? You want me to continue to allow you to say, you want me to agree with your lie. To agree that, oh, just let it slide. It's no big deal. It's love causes a multitude of sin. No, I know what Elohim said. And if I start agreeing with you, then that's agreeing with a lie. Putting a cloud out there. Putting unrighteousness. Going to sleep. Going in the territory of the dead things. Because it's not the truth. It's not real. You want me to come onto your side and agree with a lie? No. But we chose this. Yeah, you may have chosen that, but that might not have been Elohim's choice. And that might not have been what he said. So I do not have to sit here and agree with you to make you feel better. That's not love. Love doesn't sit here and say, okay, Elohim said this, and this is the way of righteousness. Walk in it, as Messiah said, or the Father said. Well, this is the way of righteousness. Walk in it. But let me say to you, you don't have to do that because it's too hard for you, or because you don't want to, or because, well, you've already got yourself in a predicament. You've already got yourself in a predicament, so you're absolved from having to do these things. It's not on me, my responsibility, to tell you that to absolve you of responsibility. It's not. Elohim doesn't absolve us of responsibility, nor does he absolve us of the consequences of sin. Even when he covers a multitude of sins in his love, even when he forgives, even when we are repentant, there's still accountability, responsibility, consequence, responsibility, outcomes. And there's still opportunity to walk in the way of righteousness. And I don't have to sit here and tell you you don't have the chance now because you sin, because of evil, because of a mistake, because of choices, that you can't turn from your sin and start walking in repentance and walking in righteousness. I'm not going to tell you that. That's a lie. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm telling you, go to Elohim, seek Elohim, and let him give you his instruction. If you don't want to take the Bible, the scriptures at the word, or what he might have already revealed, go to him again and seek what he has to say and follow what he has to say. You don't answer to me, you answer to him. But also, I don't answer to you, I answer to him. I'm giving an explanation, but I answer to him. And so I'm not going to condone this is what he said is the way of righteousness. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I'm not going to tell you otherwise. Even if you feel like it's too hard, even if you feel like you're not ready for it, even if you feel like it's not time, whatever it is, or vice versa. It doesn't stop it from being true. Vice versa. Just because somebody doesn't do what Elohim says doesn't stop what Elohim said from being true. It doesn't stop it from being true. It doesn't stop from being true. So again, I'm not condoning the evil. I'm not condoning the sin. I'm not condoning lying on Elohim. I'm not condoning on saying, oh, Elohim said this, but I don't agree with it. I agree with everything he says. That's why I said, even if you don't do what he says, it doesn't. I agree with what he says is true. Everything. Vice versa, even with myself. And that's why yes, also give account to him for every word and every action. And what he says is what he says, and what he said he's doing, and what he said, and the reasoning behind it, and what is present, and what is to come, and what is coming. I agree with him. I agree with Elohim. I agree with Messiah. I agree with the Ruach. And I reject all of that nonsense that's contrary to him. I reject all of that which is garbage. And Yahuah rebukes all of the evil. Yahuah rebukes all of the evil. Yahuah rebukes it. Yahuah rebukes it. This is why I'm not having personal friendships, relationships with people who want to be like, not accountable for Messiah's word. They're like, you are being mean. If you feel like you're being mean, you don't have to listen and be around me. But it's not being mean to cut evil where it is. Cut that evil off. To attack what is attacking the body. To fight back against what is fighting against the body. To wage war in righteousness and in the Ruach and the ways of Elohim against that evil. What's it called, Father? It's like renounce that evil. To put light on that darkness. To call that evil out. Calling the evil out. Why? Because it likes to hide in the dark and not be called out. Rejecting that evil. Rebuking that evil. Elohim rebukes it. Depleting the evil. People, I don't have to feel like, oh, you just disrespecting people. No, we are not giving respect to the evil. We are not giving way to evil. We are not accepting evil. We are not condoning evil. We're not partaking in giving permission for evil. We're not. We're not. And these people that lied, again, like this man and these people that got these people together, made an agreement and lied and telling them, well, you're connected with everybody. No, we're not. Elohim said there's an ungodly agreement going on, which is why you are experiencing and dealing with some of those things. You say, well, how do you hear it? How do you do? Elohim's gift has always been there. Messiah was always able to discern the Yahuah. Hear the hearts and know the hearts and thoughts and intentions of man. This other extra stuff, witchcraft, is a whole separate thing that came from what? Workers of evil. And no, we are going to rebuke that every time they're operating in that. Every time you're trying to do that. Every time you're trying to send that against somebody. Every time you're out trying to work that wickedness. I'm not going to be kind to it. I'm going to reject it and resist it and tell Elohim to rebuke it, call it out, shut it down, cut it off, yield the sword against it, cut it in two, cut it asunder. Oh, slice right through it. Slice right through that evil and that wickedness. Attack, assault. No, slice right through it. Reject it. Resist it. Resist the devil and he will flee from you. Resist that darkness. Resist that evil. That's all there is to it. That was way longer than, no, maybe not needed to be, but Father, I don't accept it. I don't accept it. I don't accept the lies. Elohim says you his Messiah. What was given to him, his children and his people, and they can't be taken out of his hands. He does not forsake the righteous. He said he will never leave me nor forsake me. I will never be snatched out of the hands of the Father. Any attack is a lie. I will never be snatched out of the hands of the Father. Any attack that's going on in the body, any attack that's going on against other people, lies. They're lies. I don't care if you try to use an actual person. Lies. I don't agree with it. I resist it and I reject it. Reject it. I reject it. Smells, witchcraft, thoughts of intentions, evil intentions and deeds, works of wickedness. Reject it. Lies of these groups, people that want to monitor, liars. 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 Trying to check on you, trying to help. That's a lie. Anybody operating in witchcraft it's a lie. That's a lie. You cannot be trying to help somebody by doing that. It's a lie. Lie. Literally coming in as the monitoring spirits. And that's why I said I'm not talking about somebody, oh, you follow a channel, but not follow a channel. Because usually trying to follow a channel in that way is stalking it, gang stalking, any of that. I'm talking about if you have a social media platform. Obviously, if you have a business, people are going to come and check in product inventory and just check it out. Or if you have a ministry and you post words of affirmation every day. I'm not talking about that where they're checking in like that, but I mean on the other side, evil monitoring spirits trying to get information and intel and knowing what you're doing and just nosy, like a spirit of gossip. It's like akin to a spirit of gossip. It's akin to a spirit of gossip. Calling out evil is completely different than you saying, oh, well, I heard this was happening with that person, and this is going over here, and this is going over there, and this and that, and this and that. Then Elohim's wrath, and he's saying, I'm moving and I'm shifting, and this stuff has to stop. And these people are doing works of wickedness, and these people are doing witchcraft, and these people are trying to oppress my people, and this is going on, and you're calling it out for the people who are in those places and spaces that need a confirmation, or that don't know and don't understand, or that a need to be brought to forth to the light, or that need, or that the Father is putting the witness out there for all people to judge. Well, like he said in the word, are you going to follow in my commands? To test our hearts to know what are you going to do. He has a purpose, as we already said. The purpose to know, are you going to truly follow him? Are you truly going to be with him? Are you truly going to love him? Are you truly going to do what he says and abide in him? Are you going to go after him? Did he already nudge you and gave you a word and gave you an insight and gave you an understanding, and then he's using somebody else as a witness? So go, when the Elohim does that, he doesn't contradict his word. So if your witnesses are not giving you the word of Messiah, that's why I don't go to certain people for wise counsel. If I know they don't read the Bible, if I know they don't read scripture and they don't know scripture, if I know that they have a world's mentality towards the things that Elohim says is unrighteous. If I know that they don't know the scripture, they're not seeking the scripture, to study the scripture, to know it, knowing the Father, maybe they're a babe in Christ. Maybe they're not even in it at all. I am not going to them for any wise counsel. I'm not going to them for spiritual counsel. I'm not going for them for biblical counsel. I'm not using them as a Kodesh witness. I'm not using them as a true witness. I would not be referencing them as a witness of Elohim. I might consider they might just be a witness in the physical. But I would not be, personally, they're not my safety. They're safety in a multitude of wise counsel. I'm not going to consider them as wise counsel if they don't agree with what Messiah says. How would, again, I went to like you not having what we need. How would you lead me further into, not lead me further, how would you encourage me further into truth? How would you encourage me further on the path of righteousness? How would you encourage me further into knowing Elohim? How would you encourage me further into the ways of Elohim? If you were to encourage me in things that are contrary to what Messiah said. How you encourage somebody along the path of Messiah if you encourage them against the word of Messiah, the way of Messiah, the presence of Messiah. In an example, you can have your testimony and your experiences, but also the word is truth. If you encourage me not to believe the truth is the truth, that the word is truth, how is that helpful to me? So when somebody's like, well, this is, my friends told me this. Okay, if I went according to what people I have ever known said about me, my relationship with Elohim, who I am in Elohim position, place up my husband for that matter, I would be believing a whole different thing. My assignment, my calling, my purpose, my relatives, my kinfolk. I would be on a completely different trajectory if I believed the thoughts, the opinions, the theology of other people and of society. Because they all keep trying to tell me the opposite of what Elohim is saying and what he's written in his word. If I believe that over the word, I would be doing a whole bunch of other stuff that the word literally is like, this isn't good for you to do practically, spiritually, far as outcomes and repercussions, far as generationally, far as your peace and your health. And so I'm like, I agree with you, Father. This is good. I don't have to do what's not good. So anyway, thank you, Yahuah. You don't have to do what is not good. You don't have to choose it. You can choose the things that Elohim says are good from the beginning or even from today in this very moment. You can start in this moment. You know what, Father? This is what you said is good about how to resolve matters with people, how to go to somebody if you have how to have witness, how to have counsel, how to have righteous judgment, how to do the work of my hands, how to seek you, how to pray. Like these are everything I need is in here. And you give me examples and witnesses of it. And you confirm it. And this is good. And I agree that it's good. So I'll do that. I'll use that as my example. I don't have to go against what he says is good. Because other people are like, but I've already built 10 businesses. Why would I do anything differently? If Elohim tells me to, because whatever he tells me is good. Anyway, have your way, y'all. This is your week. What is this? The middle of the week. The middle of the week. We're at the halfway point. And Yahuah continue to usher in your peace and your rest and your righteousness in your way. Thank you for the break. Thank you for the transition and the shifts Thank you for having your way and your righteousness in Yahuah Mashiach. Amen. Shalom.